So the purpose of this tutorial is to get you used to using Fusion 360 to create files that can be cut by one of the 3 laser cutters that we have at NIST. So on the screen you can see a heart which is broken into 2 using this little jagged line here, and this is a finger joint. So you're also going to be learning how to create finger joints, which is a way that you can create boxes that your teacher will show you in class. So let's get stuck in. So we're going for a new design. We're going to create a sketch which we can either find on the ribbon at the top or from the create drop down menu. We're going to choose this plane here, and we're going to use the origin to draw a circle. Now you can either use the ribbon which is in your, the circle icon from your ribbon, or the create drop down menu, or C as a keyboard shortcut. Make sure that you're clicking the origin, drag it out and type in specific measurement of 12 millimeters. From here we're going to create a line going up, so we can either come to create drop down menu, choose line, or we can choose the L on our keyboard, and the line goes from the origin straight up, and we're going to type in a measurement of 80 millimeters. From the end of that line we're going to draw another line perpendicular which has a length of 15 millimeters, and you can see that I'm able to type those measurements directly in, so it locks into that specific measurement. At the end of the line that I've just drawn, I'm going to draw another circle. So again, you can either use the create drop down menu, select it from the ribbon, or C as a keyboard shortcut. Make sure that you've chosen the center diameter circle. Okay, so whoops, come to the end of the circle I've just drawn, and it's going to have a specific diameter of 60 millimeters. Okay, and then from here we're going to draw a line coming from here to here, and see how that little circle at the end of the line I've just drawn has popped up. That tells me it's at a tangent. And now I can start to mirror this. So the mirror icon is in the ribbon. It's also in the create drop down menu. So I'm going to use it for my ribbon, and I want to pick up this line, this, and this. I don't want to pick this one up because I'm going to use it as my mirror line, and it flips it over there. So now I have a perfectly symmetrical heart. Then I'm going to press T on my keyboard, or modify drop down menu trim. Either or, it's both the same, and I'm going to get rid of the parts of the drawing that I don't need. And I'll zoom in, so I don't need that, I don't need that, and I don't need that. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this line here, and for that we're going to be using the offset tool. So first of all, I just want to draw a line going from the center, so I'm going to click up the origin. So because I hovered over the origin and then came back down, I have that dotted line. So that tells me that this line will go through the origin, and I'm going to click it all the way up. The length of that line isn't that important because I'm just using it as an offset line. So then we can come to create. I think it is. Is it? No, it's modify. So under the modify drop down menu you have offset, or you have keyboard shortcut of O, and then we're going to select that center line and we're going to drag it over to the left by let's make that -5. Enter. Then I'm going to press O again, and I'm going to take that center line and I'm going to drag it to the right this time, and again offset of 5. Now we can go ahead and just select that line and delete it. So by selecting a line you get rid of the whole line. By trimming it you get rid of part of the line that intersects with another line. Okay, so now we go back to our original, we have this line and this line, the original drawing, and now we need to put in these horizontal lines here. So the way we're going to do that is press L on our keyboard, and what I did there is I just hovered over until it snapped to the bottom of that circle, dragged it over, got my dotted line, and I can either press enter or I can press on the tick there. So I've got my first line, and I'm going to keep offsetting this now 20 millimeters. So keyboard shortcut O for offset, click on that line, drag it up, and we want it to be -20. Okay, and then offset. There's a quirky thing about Fusion. I can't offset a line that has been offsetted. I can only offset the original line. So I'm going to click on that line there. I'm going to drag it up. So now this is minus 40. And keep repeating this. Minus 60. Minus 80. Minus 100. Let's see how we're doing there. And I think that's enough. All right, so now we need to trim. So keyboard shortcut T, and I'm going to get rid of all the parts of the line that I don't want. So this part here I don't want, so the line's going to come up here, go down there to here. So I don't need that bit, and I don't need that bit. So the line comes along here and down, so I don't need that bit. And comes down, so I don't need that part of the line. Don't need that part of the line. Don't need that part. And don't need that part, so I can get rid of that and that. And I think now if I press escape, because I don't need all of that line. Oh, yeah, highlight that one, get rid of it. And get rid of that one, but this part there does need to be trimmed, because if I get rid of all of that, I'll get rid of the part of the line that I do want. So I just trim that there. So now I've got the finger joint, and you can see examples of the finger joints being made or used in a product for the containers that have the coloring pencils on some of the workbenches in the design lab. Okay, the last thing for us to do here is just put a little circle or a hole in here, and I think we're going to make those 12 mil and just place it on one half. And then I want to show you, if you select that, press Command C on our keyboard and Command V, it makes a copy of that sketch, and then we can drag that over onto the other side. I'll move that dialog box out of the way. So these circles here, I haven't drawn that accurately because the distance from here to here is not the same, but I wanted to just show you how you can copy and paste a sketch. Okay, so now I can press Finish Sketch. Now I can come over to my sketch window here. I can right click on the sketch and save as a DXF, and I'm going to call it Broken Heart. Put it in my downloads, and from here I can then upload it to my Google Drive, and then from Google Drive I can share that file with Laser Cutter 1, Laser Cutter 2, or Laser Cutter 3, and we'll show you in class how you can download that and put that into the software associated with our laser cutters. Thanks for watching.